Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, it's a day in the life. It's a busy day, everything is going on. We have one crew at pit silage, Father Phil on the harvester, Lee on the pit, and then Jess, George, Liv, James and Eric on drawn and raking, and then I'm also then stone picking and baling, and then we have another young lad is going to move bales for us on one of our jobs that the farmer wants us to move bales. So it's a busy day. It is. Just after 6 o'clock, I set the alarm for 5:30. Might have slept in for 15 minutes longer than I wanted, but I'm going back to where I finished stone picking last night at just after 12 o'clock, get that finished, to be back here to be ready to bale for about 9:30, 10. Eric will be under pressure with the rake. The rake is currently at the side of the house waiting to go. And also, I suppose the biggest thing is we are on a new camera. We are on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with the mic. The reason I have changed the camera, I've been a big fan of the old GoPro, rugged, worked. But the issue I was always having was microphones. Could not get any microphone to work with this. It's just too finicky. Hopefully, fingers crossed this works. Don't know how long the battery's going to last, don't know nothing. I could break it the first day, which I'm kind of afraid of because it's not just durable. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to have me coffees and me rice cakes, and then I'm going to bale on up the road and get this stone picking done so I can be back here and then bale her on, and then we make a start at the baling. There's a good bit of baling on. A lot of jobs to get to, but they're all smaller numbers. I don't think there's anyone who'll have 100 bales today, but it's just a lot of jobs, a lot of moving. Anyways, that's the drives. We got breakfast. We'll be home. So there is bro heading off there now. 3075 and the Samaz rake. Jeez, it makes the 3075 look smaller than I imagined. So here we are with the 99 and the stone picker. So this is the field we have to do. Just over 11 acres in a big that bad boy last night. Just give the tractor a check over. Engine oil, grand. We can read the rock. So hoping to be out here in 2 hours. So the rounds off the field and we're on the ups and downs. So from there, from that line there on is left to be done. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Got all me stuff set up, GPS and all, steer and everything. We get that all set up on her. Let the tractor warm up before we make a start. It's the job at hand. 2 hours. Hopefully we'll be done. We're working away here. We're finished. The rain now was just harrowed, not ploughed, but the farmer got a really good job done of it. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen. So it's not too cloddy. I've had to pick through worse. The biggest issue with this machine when you get to cloddy, it's anything bigger than an inch. Clods, sods, doesn't matter. It's bigger than an inch, it goes into the tank. So we wouldn't be getting the cleanest sample, but it's not too bad. You know, I've had to try and pick through worse. It's actually quite hard, quite well. You can kind of get a feel for how unlevel the ground is because the new camera has a gimbal, so it's keeping itself at, you know, that flat plane. We're routing away here anyways. We're nearly finished. We're just down to the last bit of a hill there in front of me to do, and we'll be done. Tricky bit of driving now. And maybe this camera picks it up a little bit better since it's holding itself steady. Line up with the next line. Steer. Jumper back a gear. Keep picking. And back up the hill. I might give that bit of a hill a second run. You can see the lines I picked on the rounds. You can see where I pulled stones into the centre, but I mightn't have lifted them. So I might give it a second run. Just to make sure I get the most of them, and yeah, most of what's left now is just in that brow across there on that hill. Going up the steepest bit. Oh, messed up. Oh, we'll empty her out. We'll try again. We empty the load, let off the weight, and then I should be able to get back up the hill. Should, because it's not getting any steeper. Oh. Tackle this hill again. We'll just go one side of where we stopped. We should be sound. Prefer not to come down the hill, but if we have to, we will. Always picks better going uphill. We ended up round the corner and back down. Fold it up, out the gap. Happy days. Happy days. If anyone's wondering how stone picking going this year, anyone watched the video from last year know that I didn't do enough work to make the repayments. How are we on this year? Hard to know, will I be able to do it? This year's a much better year weather-wise than that, so in my mind it would be a good year to be able to see what actually amount of work is out there, but it's turning out to be kind of few and far between with a good bit of travelling. I've only done one job so far this year that was within half an hour of home. Where I am now is 40 minutes away from home, so I consider it close, but I've had to travel, you know, an hour and a half to some jobs. But to be fair now, there'll be 20-acre jobs or 15-acre jobs, you know, you're talking a good many hours at it. It's hard to know. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the year plays out. Get home, get this off, get baler on, and we make a start at all this baling. But I am an hour behind myself currently, so that's not really ideal. We have the option of leaving off baling till tomorrow. We have baling to do for ourselves, which we'll leave off till tomorrow now. And maybe one other man who's not pushed. He get done this evening, it gets done this evening. If it doesn't, leave tomorrow morning. He's happy either way. But yeah, we'll be on. So, we're out the gap now. Baler is on. Flip around the camera. It's pretty cool. I also think it reverses when I spin it too. Which probably comes across quite weird. Anyways, baler's on, net's in. We're baling yesterday evening with the Easy Web. Tama's Easy Web. That's why the net, just after swapping the net in there. So, anyways, today's video is sponsored by Tama for all your crop packaging requirements. So we have Tama's Easy Web. You would have seen last year. It's a fully recyclable webbing that you can apply with your plastic film, and then when you go to take it off, it can all go with the plastic into your plastic recycling. Easy, no separating the net. And then we also have the green net there, which is Tama Recycle, which is their ordinary net, which is made with 40% recycled plastic. So keeping it green. There's a lorry coming in for more stone. Hey, Ryan Rock must have drew half the quarry into us. A world of stone gone in. Anyways, we be on. Bro isn't too far ahead of me. I was talking to him there. I had to get him a few bits. So they run the 2 rakes there this morning to try and just get ahead of the harvester enough that they could drop 1 rake off. Well, when I say drop a rake, that means Eric come to me with the rake to bale in front of him, or row in front of the baler, and that the other rake would be far enough ahead of the harvester to stay ahead of the harvester. So yeah, it's just one of them days. It's just really busy, really busy. We are maybe an hour or 2 behind when I'd like to have been started baling, but that is what it is. Even if I had been on schedule, Bro wasn't going to be on schedule. They needed to make sure they were far enough ahead that it wasn't going to be a problem. It's grand. We're not under wild pressure. If tomorrow was a wet day, then yes, we would be under substantial amount of pressure, but tomorrow's a dry day, so it's not too bad. Anyways, we be on, and we get this silo dropped up. We are baling away here in the first job. So Bro's rowing away there. Far end. Baling away. Hopefully no issues. And pressure's on Bro more so than anything. because it's looking like he's going to have to go back to keep rowing in front of the harvesters. The harvesters catching under the rake. So, but he should get all I'll get baled today done hopefully first. You can go a nice bit faster with that Samaz rake than you can with the class. So I'll go a long way to helping out. And we had pulled back in, makes a nice sward for the baler. Nice square sward. So that is the first job finished. So it wasn't too bad. It was maybe the grass was a little bit on the damp side, so I just couldn't push on hard at it for fear of blocking. So it's grand. We'll move on to the next one. And Eric has already rang me, or Eric Bro, it's all the one. Already rang to say be careful, it's really heavy. And if Eric says it's really heavy, then it's really heavy, because Eric isn't one for exaggerating. He's usually quite on the ball when he says something. It's midday now, it's really warm, and I really shouldn't have picked the black t-shirt. I take back what I said about Eric. He was maybe exaggerating a bit. It's not, I wouldn't call it overly heavy, and the big thing is it's quite dry, so we can tip away nice and lively. We'll probably go a bit faster, but whatever. Ground is not soft, but just a little bit uneven, so just mind to pick up a wee bit. Last job we done, the neighbour of there was baling hay, so there might have been a chance to get hay, and I was looking at her own bit there. I passed by it twice yesterday and today, and I was just thinking to myself, because it looks like hay, but when I shook it the once, if we had had the time to shake it yesterday and again today and then again tomorrow, you know, because we're getting really warm, sunny, very windy weather, real bit of hay weather just at this moment in time, and I feel like could have been a missed opportunity to put some hay through the big square baler, but however, we'll have good haylage all the same. We'll run down into the bog and we'll go back up the way. Much more straightforward than how Eric was making it out anyways. We are just driving down the canal to the next job. So this is the same canal that goes by our house, but this is the Longford branch. So this would have been a spur off the canal that went right into Longford town, into an old harbour. But as you can see, it's not in use. When they reinstated the Royal Canal, I'm gonna say is the one beside us, they found rare snails somewhere in there, and they weren't going to reinstate the route back into the first bridge that crossed the road. Well, anyways, so that's why it's all overgrown like that. Anyways, we'll bail for a customer on down here, so we'll be on round the next corner and we'll be there. 4 acres in the field, 40 or 50 bales to be made. They're well on at silage at the minute. Everything seems to be going fine, touch wood. All the raking is done, so I think Jessica was raking there for a bit, so she's gone back drawn now, and Bro is still rowing in front of me. But I think he's well on ahead of me. That's Samaz rake, serious bloody yoke to gather in grass in a hurry. So I think he's one more job to do ahead of me, and then he'll be going on to start rowing up the next pit silage job, which they'll be starting when they finish where they are now. They reckon in around 7 o'clock-ish, and then they'll have a start made in the next job for tomorrow, get it finished tomorrow, and all will be good. And then we've 2 baling jobs on for tomorrow. 3 jobs on for tomorrow. We also have to get a bit of reseeding done on one of the jobs we have to bale. He wants grass stitched in. There's a lad on a bike coming towards me, so hopefully he's not in any big panic. A wee bit tight. It's just not too bad. I think they widened the gap since the last time. Load up with ramp, we get baling. So we've started into the next job, and as you might be able to tell, he's some sort of stuff. So the baler is gobbling it up there. But the biggest thing that is on our side at the minute is the farmer that we're with doesn't chop his silage. He just doesn't want to chop, never chops it. So that works out quite well. And on another interesting fact, when I was setting up the baler, Bale count, we are on 90,019 bales. That's the guts of 40,000 bales on this Fusion since we bought it. And we should finish out the year with another 2,000 or 3,000 on top of that again. So quite feeling the heat at the minute. And with the dust, try to keep the windows closed, keep the dust out. Nothing is more annoying than the dust. Some swart. Just passing by the yard on to the next job. So I'm going to fill my bottle of water, which ran out ages ago. Water and some tea. Yeah, sure, throw me a toasty there. Oh, brilliant. That was impeccable. It's good timing. There's food on the table, so I'm going to eat a bit, drink, and be back on the road in 15 minutes. So it's the first bit of that all day, but I did bring a bottle of water with me. But yeah, just passing. I came from up there, and I am going that away. So it's handy. It's often days you don't get to do this. There's, we get some tea. Bailing away in the next job, and as you may be able to tell, we're gonna have to figure out what's a better setting for this camera. It's hard to keep up. It's started to rain, and that was not in the forecast. How much is gonna fall? I don't know. Hopefully not a lot. We're only just at the rounds off the first field for this man, so we're rooting away here. So what we're baling at the minute is organic meadow. It's lovely, lovely stuff. It was nearly 2 fields of clover. Next field is out there, but it was near enough 2 fields of clover. Absolutely smashing. And the smell, if there was smell-o-vision on this new camera, just a really sweet, sweet grass smell. Really sweet. Smashing bit of stuff. But it's like, so we're baiting on. We're doing 8.4 kilometers an hour bailing. It's not too often I get to do that in 24-foot swords, I think is what the rain Samaz is making. But yeah, that rain just definitely caught me off guard. Wasn't expecting it. So the farmer that we're with now, he wants the easy web for the recyclable features of it. So we've the easy web in for him. We keep horsing through this, trying to get as much as we can gathered as quick as we can in case this rain kind of sets in, but it's not supposed to. It wasn't in the forecast. That's just what's annoying me now. Keep the hammer down, and we keep the baling on. So we're just driving into the next bit. Bro is rowing. I actually thought he was going to be finished, but he might just be. That might be the last field he's to do. We've 4 fields to do in here. Farmer, we're going to be baling for now. We have to put additive on the bales, so I have to just get the old box set up there, and we'll get baling. Also on top of that, I was asked if I could bring the bales in, and well, when I say bring the bales in, gather the bales off the field, because the man that draws the bales for the farmer working for us is a good old draw back to the yard, the farmer's yard. Won't get to it this evening, so I was asked would I gather the bales all into one spot just to keep the crows off them. Here's bro. We get ourselves set up here for putting on powder. We load up a wrap and we make a start. So, baling away here now. So the first field baled into the second field, or paddock, whatever way you want to call it. You can see yourself the size. So, going away the finest here, buying our additive. Ooh. Additive off. Round the corner we go. Yeah, as you can see, crop isn't over heavy here. The 4 fields, 4 paddocks we have to do are all much for muchness, so it should be pretty straightforward. We're baling, I actually go up a gear. I'm baling 2E here, it was 8 kilometers an hour, so we can fairly get through it now. But this field here is for reseeding tomorrow. Farmer wants me to, well, when I say reseeding, is for stitching. Get topical grass harrow and scratch in grass seed into this paddock here, because the difference, both the far one and this one were both baled the same time for first cut, and there's twice the crop on the inside one than there is here. So he wants to put a bit of fresh grass seed into it, see will it help it along. You can see when you look down into the sole of it, you can see it's not overly densely populated with grass. So that could be where the other field is ahead of this one. Just there's not as much grass here. So actual plants. Get this wrapped up so I can get back and put on bale handlers and come up and gather up all these bales, leave them all in the first field I baled. Just on how the silage crew are getting on, I was just talking to them there. They're a bit behind how they thought they were going to be. They thought earlier in the day thought he'd be finished by now, but just not working out as he had planned. Just taking a bit longer. I think crops a bit heavier than he was anticipating. Eric is finished here, and because they're gone to a short draw, Jessica was dropped off the draw and just sent both rakes to the next farm that is, or the next customer that is getting their silage lifted. So the plan will be that they'll have the 70 acres there all rode this evening or tonight. Then that'll leave Jess free to draw tomorrow and Eric free to row in front of me tomorrow with the rake. That's the plan. Whether they can get it all done tonight or not with 2 rakes is the debate. Try and get finished before dark. We should be just about finished before dark, I think. That is us finished, all baled. And it's still just about bright, just gone 10 o'clock. Go give myself a mug of tea and get something maybe a bit more substantial. And put on the 2 bale handlers and come back up and move. So there's just shy 100 bales. So I think I'll just go up on the 2 bale handlers on this. That's 4. That's 20 times. Yeah, 20 times ish. If I was putting on 1 double bale handler, it'd be 40 times. With the 2 double bale handlers, 4 bales at a time, it's 20 odd times I have to move in and out. Which that ain't too bad. I will take that any day of the week. So that's why I'm going to go down that road over the other, because I think it'll be much faster. Even taking into consideration dropping the baler to go back on in the morning. That's the job. So we'll go home and get something to eat. We'll land on these 2 double bale handlers and we'll come back up here and we'll spend the night getting it done. Anyways, that is the joys of the job. It is the next morning. I know I said I was going back at it last night, but by the time I got everything on, it was 12 o'clock and it was just kind of, well, spend 3 hours at it last night or get up at 6 o'clock and spend 3 hours at it. So I went for the second option. It's just after 6 o'clock. We're making a start moving bales, 4 bales at a time, 2 front, or 2 back, 2 front. But yeah, so when we gather up all these bales, we had rain last night, as you may see on top of the bales, there's a bit dim. So the silage today, it's going to be running late. Rowing and baling till 9:30, 10. We have 3 jobs to do. Yesterday was a 300 bale day with 3 hours of stone picking. Today is 100 bale day. Yeah, I'd say about 200 bale day. But we have to wait for it to dry, and then we have a bit of reseeding then to do as well. We're just bringing all the bales up for loading and to keep the crows away from them. When they're together, the crows don't generally go at them as much. I don't often get to move many bales, but when I do, I quite enjoy it. And that is us done. Just gathered 2 fields into one spot, and then the other 2 fields or paddocks, whatever you call them, into one spot. So the fields are just, the bales are off the field, hopefully the crows don't go at them, and then they can be lifted then whenever and brought back. That kind of finishes yesterday's work. Now we start today's work, so go home, coffee, something to eat, and they have left to start lifting the next job, full day ahead of them. I've 200 bales to make today, so it's not too bad, and get that field reseeded. definitely be finished before dark unless something breaks, which shouldn't break. Touch wood, touch wood. Not like last time we tried to make a baling video where everything broke. This time we got on all right, and seeing that everything that was broke that day is fixed except for the 3690, because that's a big job. And I got a price on the new crankshaft is 1500. Seeing that, Steve told me that, so I don't know, is that £1,500 or €1,500? That's the crack. We're going to be on. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you enjoyed the new camera and microphone. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Please tell me it wasn't a waste of money. This is a lot of money. Anyways, we're being on. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.